Hello and welcome, one and all. I am JD the Ender. We are aboard my ship, which I don't really know what I'm going to call it yet. I was thinking something. Oh, it's my Type 10, by the way. Something along the lines of the salt of the river Styx. Something like that. Excuse me, I'm going to let my animals in. Yeah, so back to my ship name for the Type 10. It's going to be called Salt of the River Styx. I'm still working on the build and, you know, to its completion. But the point of the salt in the name, that's kind of like the idea for all of my ships, at least my big tanky ships. They are going to be. I'll just show you my ships. Here, let's go, because I need to finish outfitting this. I'm actually going to make this my goid hunting ship, because I don't have one of those, and I'm one of them guys that just wants to have a ship for everything, you know? So, let's go take a look here. I didn't get to outfit this beautiful machine. Just make sure I got the A rate over here. Got my thrusters, check. Power plant, check. Frame shift, check. Power distributor, check. Sensors, I mean it's not. Let's see. That's not too terrible. Cool. Completely A rated everywhere here that I need to be. Go on good hunting. I do wanna. Just go with military grade. Yeah. Won't completely break my bank. Whew. That rebuy. I don't know how much more of this I want to do. Let's see here. Utility mounts. I have a feeling there's some stuff that I should just have sent over here. Storage modules. Sell this stuff. Because I can just, buy a bunch of this stuff at the station I'm at now. I can even buy it at like a less expensive cost. So if I'm going to need any of this stuff, I'm just going to get it here from this point on because I recently got my elite rank in trading. So I am at the wonderful, I'm actually still learning the station name. What is it? Jameson Memorial, like J. Jonah Jameson. But, can't say I'm not too familiar. I'm actually not familiar with the factions here, so let's get back to outfitting my good hunting ship. This is gonna be great. I've been wanting one of these ships since I heard about it earlier this year. And it's for good reason. I mean, just people aren't really that impressed. And like, yeah, they didn't give us a huge amount, but look at all of these hardpoints. Like, we're just hunting Thargoids. Like, we don't need a huge thing. Like, our weapons destroy them. I mean, you can find videos out there of people completely crashing their servers because there are so many people firing on a Thargoid and doing it so much damage, like the game just can't take it and shuts down. They all just like completely just it's ridiculous. So, yes, no huge hard points, but you got plenty of large and small and medium. I mean, that's a pretty fair amount. I don't even know how I want to do this. I like symmetry, but we don't really need lasers for a Thargoid. So, I think I'm gonna go all multi-cannons and missiles. I mean, why not? These missiles, these multi-cannons, and these two, I don't know. There we go. So we want to go for the AX stuff. So, class 2, we're going to go for missiles. Ooh. Back to the ship names, actually. So just to get back on topic with that, though. My ship names are they're all salt related. And here. Well, not all of them. My big ships are, alright? So here we got, I actually haven't named this. I haven't flown this Viper yet. I just know that I wanted one. This is Atomisk, just because all of my, like, I don't know, it's just a old habit I have. I really liked the name Atomisk. He's a space pirate from an anime that I really enjoy, FLCL, which they're making a season 2 for. Don't even get me started on that. Anyways, the first ship that I get in any game, I always name it Atomisk. I did that with my Eve profile that I had. I didn't really play on very much because at the time you had to have a subscription and I'm not really down for that kind of thing. Point is, that's why this one's Atomisk, and then from there I kind of took like, I don't know, it just depends on how I feel. Gypsy Traveler, that's a personal thing, not really gonna get into that. Icarus. I started getting into mythology. I liked it. It was great. Worked great for my Cobra. Haven't named my Vulture yet, but there's or after. Let's go on. Here we go. The first of the salt named ships. The Salt Maker, my Python. Oh, I love this Python. The Python is perfection. I'm not completely done with this build yet. I've got a lot more I want to do with it. But the idea is, for my group that I am part of, Crossbones Vanguard, if you want to join them, we have a Reddit page. Hit me up on Discord. I can also send you our Inara link. Yeah, we have some players that like to look out for our rookies and people who are just trying to have fun with the game, you know? So I'm aspiring to be one of those. We'll just say I'm a bounty hunter, and I don't really like it when you mess with people in my player group that just wants to have fun, you know? The whole point of games is to have fun, and I have fun ganking gankers. That's all I'll say. So yeah, the point of them is to make you salty. This is the Salt Maker. Here we have the Salty Kitten, my Conda, which I have all of the parts that I want for this. I just need to like start getting my engineering mods, and then I'll be alright with flying with this one. I was gonna get some engineering mods for. Yeah, let's do it right now. Salt of the River Styx. really like Greek mythology. One of my favorites. I don't know, they just always seemed so much like us. And I liked that. They're relatable. The Olympians, Zeus, the demigods, all of it. Don't ask me how. It just is. I guess because, like, they're flawed like we're flawed. You know what I mean? Like, not like I'm going and slaying Medusa and my parentage is of an Olympian origin. Just the being flawed. That's all I'm getting at. Speaking of, so we're going to shorten this. Salt. Of sticks. Oh yeah. Gotta make string lights. Ooh, that's cool. I need to have those. Go with purple. Alright. One thing I did not account for buying for this thing. That I still have not purchased is the shield generator. We're gonna sell this. Just gonna sell all this stuff. Let's see, we'll keep one of... Okay, I like this. That is really awesome. I've never found a rack with a capacity like that. I always keep one high capacity cargo rack just because when you're out in space battling, you never know what you're gonna find. So that brings me to my next thing. Always make sure I get a limpet controller. I don't need a very fancy one, but I'd actually have to move that cargo rack again to a different one. Thinking about it. We'll see. The highest they have for shield generators is 5. Collect limpets. Yep. So that's a thing. Ooh. Can I afford one? Ain't bad. Ain't bad. Yeah. That is awesome, isn't it? 8C bi-weave shield generators. Never had that much. Alright, so that's cool. Let's put a hangar bay in here. Hopefully we can have two, otherwise I'm gonna have to move some stuff around. Fighter hangar. Oh yeah. Worth it. So what are we gonna get? Gonna get our AX Taipan. We're going to get another AX Taipan. Because if you look at the stats over here, it has the highest of them. At least with boost speed, which seems to be pretty awesome. They do the highest amount of DPS. Don't really know how pitch rate is affected, but I guess we'll find out, won't we? Alright. So, judge me if you will. I'm going to get a docking computer. Because that's the way I play, alright? Let's get off my back. Another thing. Gonna put a shield cell bank here. Alright, I'm not gonna put another cell bank. I do hull reinforcement. What else do we need? Anyone know? We might have dirt jump range, but I'd like a fuel scoop. Decent one. What are we gonna do with the rest of this compartment? Yeah. Alright, that about does it for my optional. Didn't give me much for my hard points. Go multi-cannons. I guess they don't have the AX weapons here. Which is odd, to say the least. So... what about... see if the other stuff is here. Utility mounts. There's experimental. So I know I need one of these. So then... get a Xeno scanner. Now we need one of those. Take the E. Sorry, no, I'm not getting to any like goid killing right now, but that's because it takes time to get to that point, and I didn't realize I was having an issue getting... so I should go experimental? Aha! There it is. Okay. So everyone I've spoken with says that you can go fixed. There we go. Never been good hunting before. Cool, so 2 missile racks, 2 multi-cannons. Guess I can have maybe some support multi-cannons. So I guess that's actually how I'm going to fit my Salt of Sticks, which I will be using to lay waste to Thargoids. I know I haven't been very talkative. I was kind of lost in the whole arrangement of things. Cool that you could see my build out. Hopefully you'll actually get to see me put this ship to some use. Though I don't know the first thing about looking for some Thargoids. No, I do not. I got the multi-cans here. That 2 there. Actually, alright, so we got axe. Alright. Xeno scanner. Shut down field neutralizer. See how far I am from the engineers. Ooh. Yeah, she's quite a ways away. Dweller, not so much. He can do some pulse lasers and my power distributors, which can definitely help me out with the issue I'm having right now. If I wanted to go all the way to Maya, that wouldn't be too bad. Looks like he's not too far away either. Forgetting one thing, need to get some pilots. Here we go. We got an expert, mostly harmless. She's 12% expert. Hiring you, other expert pilot. Laney, Toby, and Eloisa. Going to the dweller, going to the dweller, gonna get some power distributor modifications. Does anybody know or remember what you can do to get the dweller to like you? You can get like favors from him. I don't recall myself. Let's look it up. But who's to say we can't start heading there first, right? It's what, like 6 or 7 jumps at most? Yeah. So, I hope you've been enjoying the game. I hope you like my videos. If you don't like my videos, I'm always interested in hearing why. I know this one had a lot of silence. I kind of got lost. I've never had this much freedom with being able to get like a ship I want with the modules I want. Ooh, this thing is slow on the maneuvering. Ooh, speeding up though. See how it is getting out the mail slot. Oof, yep. I just totally destroyed my shields there, you can see. I'm not very good handling the big ships. Not gonna pretend like I'm Han Solo, even though that is actually what I do most of the time. Shields need to be recharged. I mean, who doesn't want to pretend like they're Han Solo? I mean, I grew up watching Star Wars. In fact, I may be aging myself a little bit here, but I grew up watching Star Wars when they re-released it. In the 90s, the early 90s. When they put out the new, like, put out all the toys and the lightsabers. That's, ooh, I like the sounds this ship makes. It's just, it makes me warm inside. So we're gonna initiate our first jump. But yeah, like Han Solo, like he's got a Wookiee for a battle buddy. I mean, a Wookiee's got this dude's back. Like, can you name anyone else in the galaxy who's got a Wookiee on their team besides Yoda? But I feel like Chewie is kind of on Han and Yoda's team. He's like the he's the bridge to the Wookiee people, which kind of got treated like the Native Americans by the Empire. But don't get me wrong. When your sole purpose is to unite all peoples within a galaxy and protect them and offer them protection in exchange for supporting your government, for choosing to be part of your government, and then you have troublemakers, like what do you do? What do you do in that scenario or situation if you're emperor of an entire galaxy? I'm not saying that Palpatine is justified. I'm just saying everyone talks about Palpatine like he's staged a coup and it was behind the shadows, and yeah, okay, he did some shadow puppet stuff. He did some shadow puppet puppeteering, right? But the Jedi Order was corrupt. It was. Bottom line, hands down. If it wasn't, Yoda would have done a little bit more to save it. Alright? Obi-Wan would have done a little bit more to save it. They realized that by rejecting the dark side and basing their practices on, you know, what it had been for the last 1,000 years. I'm ranting now. I've been listening to a lot of Star Wars theory. I grew up talking about all this stuff. All of my friends read the books. I wasn't as fortunate as them. You know, I didn't get to have all of the books for all of the things I wanted. My point is, the Republic chose to become part of the Empire. The Empire was not something that was just made overnight. Palpatine continued the Empire. He found a people for the Empire again. All right, like the Empire, it wasn't just something that just sprang up out of nowhere. Okay, it was there. The foundations for it were already there. It had been there for thousands of years. I digress. We're talking about Spaceship Game. I'm talking about what I like about Spaceship Game. I like to make myself feel like Han Solo. It'd be really cool if I could have a partner over here with me. Where's my cockpit? Ooh. I want to scan that star. Scan it, gonna scan it. Oh, I forgot to get a scanner. But I mean, this is a fighting ship, so let's see what the Dweller needs. Actually, I'm getting distracted. Lot 49A. Hmm. Man, look at that cone. Okay, let's take some pictures. Alright. Oh yeah. Alright. Wonderful, wonderful picture there. I'm going to post that to my Pinterest, actually. And you can see it there. Um, So it looks like I just need to arrive with a cargo full of rares, which I feel like that's something I should have known. Rookie mistake on my part. Let me get out of here. I am going to bookmark the station because I have a lot more work that I need to do with the Neutron Highway. I am not going to do it in the Salt of Styx, though. Just, yeah. No. So at bookmarks. Now, let's get to word, shall we?
Frameshift drive charging. Warning, taking heat damage.
Okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
Let's just let that charge. Yeah.
Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1.
gonna let that stop so I can charge up and hopefully find something. Position this real quick, and then I'm going to be away from the controller for a short bit.
Fuel scooping.
Okay. I will be just right back. So I just realized, excuse me, I got some allergy stuff going on. I'm going to a station to buy some goods. Actually, I'm going to drop all of my limpets, and I'm going to
Fuel scoop disengaged.
load up my ship with expensive and rare goods. Yeah. Then I'm going to sell said rare goods to the Dweller Station. Should get me some credibility with him, which will get me favors. Or sprockets. whatever you want to call them. I call them favors. This thing is not maneuverable by any means, but that is okay. 'Cause I can do the Kessel run in only... Are you ready for this? I'm sorry, I just got distracted because I'm trying to find the end of this, but I'm not getting to it, which means I need to slow down. I'm not going to say parsecs, because that's a measurement of distance between galaxies, which is not something that we're even remotely close to traveling. I mean, even if we're going at the speed of light, it's going to take some time to get from point A to point B, okay? But you know, there are some videos out there that will say that Obi-Wan in the script says that he had like a smug expression on his face, which we can use to deduce that that is supposed to be a joke. That's like, oh, really? You know, like, that may work on some people, smuggler from Corellia, but not on this Jedi. I'm sorry, I just saw The Last Jedi, and I absolutely loved it, and Star Wars is my thing, and I'm actually going to start going to some saber classes, just because I want to be that much of a nerd, and be like a... I don't really know where I stand. Probably somewhere along the lines of the dark side, but not necessarily a Sith, but probably leaning towards Sith. There are so many Sith that have gotten it right, and they aren't around anymore, you know? So, I mean, I honestly don't see very much wrong with what Palpatine was doing. I don't feel, you know, that the subjugation of people under one ruler is acceptable by any means, unless it's myself, but that's just because I don't trust anyone else to do it. But really, no, in all seriousness, like, Palpatine was an evil guy. He was greedy. He did represent the dark side of the Force, right? But I mean, the Jedi were the exact opposite of him. And Palpatine was like a culmination of 1,000 years of Sith experience and tutelage and learning and trying to make things right so that they can do things correctly their way and affect the history of the universe and the galaxy unfolding in the way that will preserve their knowledge of the Force. Which Palpatine intended to implement with the rule of one, being the one and sole dark side Force user of the galaxy. She had various methods worked out to do, but I'm not the expert on such things. There are non-canon experts you can look up to get the deets on that stuff. He's got some really good videos. Just like candle here. Got a bunch of pets and animals. They can get real animal-y smelling. Not smelly, just it's nice to freshen it up every once in a while. I actually have a candle that I light specifically for myself, too. Just 'cause, I don't know. It's the little things that make the stressful adversities of life better, you know? So anyways, I am totally looking forward to killing some Thargoids. I should actually look up how to find those. Discord. I go to... So we're gonna dock here, load up on goodies, get some fuel, head over to the dweller. Woo, this ship is tanky. Tanky. Speaking of which, let's look at my stats. And I actually don't have the engineer to like engineer the armor.
Scan detected.
Let's look.
Scan detected.
It's the highest rebuy I've had for a ship. Where are we at? Here we go. So shield thermal resistance could be better. I plan on making that better, actually. I think that's where we're going. Shield health is pretty low. But I'm hoping what I'll be able to do is add some shield boosters on. Once I've done some engineering. So I'm hoping I have the materials for grade 5s. If I don't, we're not going to be killing any goids anytime soon, I don't think.
Landing gear deployed.
This station operates under a double reservation policy.
Touchdown. Ship is locked down.
Alright, so...
active.
Landing coupler disengaged. You are clear for egress.
Unnecessary delays and/or ship destruction.
Landing gear retracted.
So it doesn't look like we're gonna get to kill any goids, but it looks like you'll get to see me engineer some stuff. Oh, isn't that exciting?
Frameshift drive charging.
Where are the Thargoids?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Looks like the Pleiades. Black Hide is where we are going.
View scoping. View scope disengaged.
So one thing I don't ever anticipate about this game is getting ready takes an excruciatingly long time. Especially if you're still kind of like winging it. So, yeah. And I know I've talked about Star Wars a little bit, and I bragged a little bit about my ships, which I feel like once you have them, you kind of have the right to do. I'm not saying it's okay, I'm just saying on some level it's justified. Like, you'll want to tell people that you got your awesome ships when you get them, you know? Like, this one, I don't know, I like the way it looks. I like that it looks like none of the other ships. I mean, I guess it kind of does. It's like a Type 9, essentially, right? But like, big ass ships. I don't know. It's just cool. I can't explain why I like it. I just like it. Okay. The Conda's nice. I mean, if I had to say, if like I had to pick one ship in this game to have, just to have, that I could just like fly around the galaxy in, like if someone came to me tomorrow and said, have the ship of your choice, it would definitely, hands down, be the Python, because you could do everything with it, and I feel like that's like this game's version of the Falcon. That would just be my ship. That would be my ship. Unless the TARDIS was an option here. I don't know. I don't think the TARDIS really counts as a ship. Like, it is a ship. It can be a ship. But it's time and relative dimension in space. It's not necessarily... Like, it was just like a spaceship. An option for a spaceship, I'll say. It would be the Python. Hands down. Oh, well, so one of the things that I've wanted to cover in this game is people take stances on certain things, and they choose not to. And I've heard a lot of them preface themselves by saying, this is just how I play, and I personally don't choose to support this. And they get looked down upon for saying stuff like that. And I just want to say that while I can see where you're coming from to feel like you shouldn't have to feel like you're being judged for a certain way that you want to play, right? I get that. I do. But I feel like the stance that these people are taking on those things are very valid. And I I really respect them for taking that stance.
Docking permission
Um,
authorized. You may proceed to landing pad 05.
I just feel that's cool. There's not enough of that, you know. Just specifically saying something like that, because there are places in the world where that really exists still.
Landing gear deployed.
And the worst part about it is we don't really hear about it. Our news doesn't report about it. Like, but human trafficking is a real issue, you know what I mean? Like, yes, the imperial slaves are indentured servants, right? I mean, totally. I get that. But it's still like
Docking procedure
promoting something
completed.
like that.
Ship
I don't
secured.
know.
Greetings, Commander.
It's different seeing it in a story and then like role playing that way. Alright, here we go. Commodities market. That didn't do anything. That's hilarious. Fine, fine. It's alright with me. So I could easily get grade 3 high charge. Phosphorus. So we're gonna keep trying again, cause I just want to get the sprockets. Yes. Or wrench nuts. I don't know. Whatever you want to call them. We'll buy it. So it seems like every time I play this game is like a colossal disaster. Doesn't look like I'm actually gonna be able to put a dent in anything here, honestly. So, with that, I am going to say thank you for watching. Sorry I didn't get to kill anything. Tell me if I talked about anything you liked. If there was anything you didn't like, put it in the comments below. I always enjoy feedback. If you like my content, go ahead, hit the subscribe button there, and give it a like. The support is always appreciated. This is just a hobby, but maybe it can turn into something more. We never know. You can follow me on Twitter. I have a Facebook. All that stuff's linked below. I also have a Discord. Look forward to hearing from any of you potential new viewers, and happy holidays. Also, I'm going to be making a Star Wars video about the new movie, and I'm definitely interested in hearing any and all thoughts about that. I am a bit of a Star Wars veteran myself. So, good evening, and once again, happy holidays.